Yo, what is up guys, Jonny here. Today I'm gonna teach you how to frontside 180. A trick that you can learn right after ollies. Most people, it's easier to learn frontside 180 rather than backside 180s. Cool trick to jump over stuff and work on your board control as a whole. It's gonna improve your sense of balance on this baby. To learn this, I strongly recommend you to know how to roll fakie. And second requirement, know how to ollie. You don't even have to do super high ollies. I think when I learned it, my ollies were still rocket, and the first frontside 180s that I landed, pretty sure were rocket too. By rocket, I mean this and not like leveled. It's totally fine though, like it takes time. Skateboarding is a process. Working on that trick is also gonna improve your ollies because we also use that hop leverage technique, which is gonna add a 180 into it. There's also different ways of doing the trick. I'm gonna start off with the way that I learned it first. Foot positioning, let's go. Was about time. I'm gonna get out my shoes. Back foot, we don't care about, not now. Front foot, much more important. Now, you might set up for your ollies like this, and that's totally fine. Easy to balance, success guaranteed. Now for our frontside 180, we're just gonna move forward, right at this edge, our toes hanging over. You can also do it like this, I guess. Stick to that front foot setup. It's gonna make it so much easier already for you to learn the trick. Because if we have it like that, we don't just wanna make our body turn to 180, we also wanna make our board doing that. And this way, if you're gonna set up like this happens, and it's kind of hard to get like the full rotation. The board is maybe just gonna turn 90 degrees, but if we have this, the board gets kind of locked in that movement. What movement though? We're talking of the ollie pop, back foot. Back in the game, ball of our foot somewhere here. Look at how fresh my grip tape is. Like this shoe is just gonna hold on. Oh, you're gonna fall. So we're gonna place it somewhere right here, okay? See that? Maybe like this. I prefer to have my foot a little bit angled. It just feels good. I honestly don't know if it's gonna help, but I just have it a little bit angled. One more time, as so many times we did before, we're ready to build that tension, to pop, elevate, use that leverage. But this time, our front foot doesn't just go out straight, it goes out sideways, while our body is doing that 180 rotation. On this POV angle, we can see pretty well what is happening and why it makes so much sense to set up the front foot like this. Don't set it up like an ollie. It's the most common mistake I witness on frontside 180. Feet are important in skateboarding, but in that one, we also gotta talk about the upper body. We gotta move that too, and we will. Now our shoulders come into play this time. We gotta open them, and I'm gonna demonstrate you how that should look like. All right, guys, gonna set up for an ollie. My shoulders straight. Now let's hop into frontside 180 position, just like this, boom. Front foot, toes hanging over the edge. So important. And as I said, we're gonna make it more easy by opening our shoulders. That means going down. Boom. By the way, our body has already 45 degrees of that 180 rotation. It's smart. We don't wanna make it more tricky than it already is. We wanna make it more easy. Now the other thing, some people also like to have their arms, they don't open their shoulder in prior, they just get this kind of schwung. Jesus, I forgot that word. Anyway, whatever it is, they're gonna get it And right when they are at this point, they're gonna pop and finish their rotation. For me, that version is just more thinking, but it might work for you. I'm gonna go like, and pop, okay? Right here. I don't know, for me back then it was easier to have my shoulder already opened and not to focus on like the upper body and the board and have that timing. Because it's hard to wrap around your brain to all these things at once. But whatever, everybody is different. This might be the way for you to go. There we go. Yeah, I said there is a lot of things to focus on. Shoulders, feet, pop, timing. One thing that makes skateboarding so difficult, like you gotta figure out by yourself what works best for you. Like I was always more of the person that would focus on the feet, but maybe it helps you to focus on the shoulder. Just persistence, working on it every day. Anyway, how to work on that the smartest way? As said in the beginning, it's probably gonna look kind of rocket. You can also record yourself and see what is happening. Try to figure out what you're doing wrong and try to do it right. Already noticed from the ollie, now we're gonna set it up just like this. We also want to get that flick like this. We do not want to drag our front foot out straight like that. Get that flick. Now you can already get that mindset of kind of dragging our foot behind us. Like we're not gonna go out straight on the front side 180, we're gonna go out sideways, that direction. Now, we're just gonna do that. Never underrate these baby steps, I'm telling you. One more time. Boom. There we go. How to deal with commitment issues. There's a few little hacks to do that. So in the beginning, doing a trick, landing, switch, or fakie, it's kind of scary. I understand that. Like there's a high chance that you're not gonna finish the 180 rotation, gonna land on the board, and it's just gonna split about one way. But that can happen, but the best strategy to avoid that is to work on your board control. Like just ride your skateboard a lot. Get your feeling for that fakie stance. How to keep your body weight centered. It's all about the balance. It's one of the few tricks that I recommend to learn stationary rather than moving. As always, we've been using that technique before. You can just pop your board, catch it with one foot, get the body rotation, just catch it with one foot over and over again till you build up enough self-esteem, and let's go. Boom! Frontside 180, just like that, magic. So proud of you. You can do that on a carpet, or I also figured like some people do it on grass. Maybe you could also take off the wheels or do it with a deck only. Whatever works, whatever helps you. Now as said, there's also other ways to do the trick. One way is to do an ollie, land on the nose, and pivot the board around. I think to learn it like that is pretty advanced. You kind of got to know how to do an ollie and land into nose many. I don't know, like in that version you just pop and have more weight on the nose so your board goes down and you can pivot it around. You can also do something in between, like you can turn 90 degrees with the board, land on this truck and reverse it around, pivot it around. Many ways lead to Rome. I always wanted to use that. Can't believe I just did it. Let's talk about one more thing, like how to improve your frontside 180s. So as said in the beginning, we kind of got this rocket frontside 180. The other version, like instead of being rocket here, we can have it rocket here, landing on the nose, getting that reverse. But I think they look and feel best if you have them leveled. To level the trick, we just need the perfect amount of weight on our nose as soon as we pop. You know what happens when you don't push at all? It's gonna be a rocket. If you push too much, it's gonna be that pivot version. But if you wanna jump over stuff, you just gotta put the right amount of weight on it. It's also a little tricky to figure out, but you can start working on that by doing frontside 180 over small stuff. It's gonna help you to get that frontside rotation all in the air, leveled, over stuff, higher. That's what we want. We always want to go higher on our tricks, you know? Yeah, I've been talking a lot today, but it's important for me to have this trick tip in detail. I hope this is gonna help you a lot on your journey on learning how to skate. It doesn't come easy. I invested a lot of time in it, especially on simple tricks like a frontside 180, but it was paying so much off. Like, these kind of tricks are so much fun once you learn them, and you can build up and learn like an infinite number of tricks. As a next step, you can throw shove-its or flips in there and it's gonna feel good. Promise. Right here, I want to thank you guys for watching. Thank you for tuning into this trick tip. Next time, I'm probably gonna teach backside 180, which is a little more difficult, but also doable. If you want to support me, Patreon links in the description of this video. Promo link in the description as well. It's my recent one. Love it. And yeah, I've been having my signature pants. Link in the description as well if you want to get a pair of the most long-lasting skating pants ever. Have a great day. Hopefully see you soon for another trick tip.